I am here in South Africa ahead of India's Women's T20 World Cup opener against Pakistan, scheduled for Sunday, February the 12th, and will be played at Newlands, Cape Town, where the T20 World Cup got off to a thrilling start thanks to Sri Lanka pulling off an upset over the hosts. An important piece of news coming out of the Indian camp ahead of their opening fixture at this World Tournament is that their premier batter, opening batter and vice-captain Smriti Mandhana is most likely going to miss the fixture against Pakistan through a finger injury. I am given to understand that Smriti Mandhana had picked up that injury during India's first warm-up fixture against Australia a few days ago, though Rishikesh Kanitkar, who confirmed this news, said at the pre-match press conference on Saturday that Mandhana is likely to return for the remaining games. Much to India's relief, their captain Harmanpreet Kaur is fit to play the Pakistan fixture because she herself had picked up an injury during the Tri-Series final on February the 2nd, but is understood to have recovered well enough to gone through a couple of net sessions leading into the Pakistan game. As far as the opposition is concerned, there hasn't been any India versus Pakistan women's fixture since the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games league stage, where India defeated Pakistan convincingly and went on to finish as the runners-up or silver medalists to Australia. A lot has changed for India since that Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games. For instance, unlike that tournament, they don't have a head coach here. Ramesh Pawar had overseen that campaign for India, but here in South Africa for the T20 World Cup, they have batting coach Rishikesh Kanitkar overseeing the side in a somewhat unofficial head coach role. The buzz around the team itself is more than ever thanks to the upcoming Women's Premier League auction scheduled for February the 13th, Monday. Yes, that's just a day after India kick off their T20 World Cup campaign here in South Africa. The WPL auction is going to take place in Mumbai at the Geo World Convention Center, and pretty much the entire 15-member Indian squad is likely to get bids for the 5-team competition, which is being seen as a game changer in not just women's cricket in India, but women's sport globally. Heading into the T20 World Cup here in South Africa, India's form has been a bit up and down. They lost a 5 T20I home series played across Mumbai and Navi Mumbai against Australia, 4-1. But in that series, they did go on to script a historic super over victory, and that defeat that Australia, defending champions at this World Cup, remains their only loss across 14 months since the start of 2022. India then came to South Africa early to play a tri-series as part of their preparations for the T20 World Cup. That tri-series also featured hosts South Africa and West Indies, and it is to South Africa that India went on to lose the final on what was a slightly tricky East London surface. At the T20 World Cup though, India will play their group stage games either in Cape Town or Port Elizabeth, and the knockouts of the World Cup will be played at Cape Town again at Newlands. Some of the key players to watch out for in the Indian side against Pakistan on Sunday will of course include their captain Harmanpreet Kaur, who can be a game changer on her day with her big hitting skills, leg spin bowling all-rounder Devika Vaidya, who had a sensational comeback during the Australia series, will also play a big role in determining the fortunes of India, not just against Pakistan, but in the tournament at large. In the absence of off-spin bowling all-rounder Sneh Rana, who is curiously part of the reserves and not the primary 15-member squad, the premier all-rounder in the side, Deepti Sharma, who was the player of the tri-series that also featured South Africa and West Indies, will possibly go on to play a leadership role of some sorts, not just in the bowling attack, but also in the middle order of the Indian lineup. The Indian women's cricket team, remember, are yet to win a senior world title, but they will look to seek inspiration from their junior women's team, who recently scripted history at this very country, South Africa, by lifting the inaugural Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup a few weeks ago. How India fare at this tournament and in that Pakistan game will bring you all the news and updates on Newsworthy with AB.